Hello Aries, and welcome back to my channel, Me Tarot Owl. My name is Joy, and I'd like to thank all the subscribers for returning. And if you're new to my channel, I welcome you and I thank you as well. So let's just start shuffling your cards here and get right into your reading. Alright, let's go. First card I'm going to pull is a power encouraging thought card. Something to bring you encouragement or enlightenment for your week. You can say this to yourself every morning and give you some power thought card. Give you some power thought. Give yourself some nice reflection of thoughts into you. It says, freedom is my divine right. Freedom is your divine right. It says, I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move forward past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I created to be. So you're giving yourself, this is a nice empowering thought for you to give yourself every morning. You're giving yourself the power. You're giving yourself the right. We all have our right for this. We all have the right for this anyhow, right? We all have our divine freedom of choice. That's our own right to do what we please, right? Or to feel the way we want to feel. Give that encouragement, give that empowerment to yourself every morning to make you feel, vibrant and joyous of yourself and your situations. You have the divine right to make a choice on how you want to do something. All right. So now let's pull an animal energy card for you for the next 2 weeks here. Aries, you have the hippo, pretty little hippo here. And we're also going to pull 5 cards for your reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so your power animal energy that is coming through to you for this week is the hippopotamus. And on the bottom of the card it reads, friends stand close by to shield you from life's adversities. Hippos, they look pretty docile, don't they, when they're floating around in the water? The hippos are, can be very aggressive, I'll say. Not really mean. Well, yeah. They're very aggressive animals, really. They don't like being disturbed. A hippo kind of likes solitude. I mean, you see them, in Africa and whatnot. Kind of like in a little herd in the water, but they're pretty spread far apart though. They're not really close, huddling together. They're all together, but they're spread apart from each other. They like their own space. They don't like their space being intruded upon. They have the element of water, and they have the element of the earth, of being grounded, being whom they are and who they like to be, and they're very aware of whom they are and how they're going to react and act to a situation. So again, the hippo's bringing that to you, letting you know that your friends, although they may seem a little distant from you right now in some situation, or you're just feeling like, maybe you're feeling like you're a little bit alone or a little bit of solitude, but you're not. This hippo is letting you know your friends are always close by. You may not be in your exact circumstance right now, but they are close by. If you need to call them, you need some advice, you need some friendship, you need to go out somewhere, give them a call, let them know. So you can rise up out of the murky water, so to speak, and go with your friends somewhere. Get up on the travel across the land a little bit. Just this hippo just wants to remind you again that you're never alone. Your friends will stay close by and they will help you through any turbulent stuff that you may be having going on as well this week. Uh, yeah, hippo is all about friendships and sticking up for each other. Remember, freedom is your divine right. Right. And into your reading, you have depression and envy. Oh, I'm sorry, deception. Deception and envy is coming in pretty strongly. Very strongly. It was in the reverse. This deck, everything that's reversed just means the exact same thing. It's just a little more stronger and more pronounced in the reading. So as you notice, this card's border here is blue. This is all for communication, okay? It's all about communication. This could be why the hippo is coming in, right? Have you been felt or have you been dealt some deception? Is there being envy thrown at you? Well, this card is telling you, and it's in reverse. It's all of the communication, the hippo, with the communication on this subject here. It's very important to call those friends up. Call those friends up. Get your side of the story out. Tell your story. Tell your story. That's what I'm getting. Tell your story. Get it out there. The throw it out there. He had blinders on. This card is representing you. You had your blinders onto it. And somehow you've just realized someone throwing envy at you, or has there been deception on you? You have these golden, I'm going to turn the card over this way so we can talk a little more about it here. Do you notice he's in green? It's all for growth and happiness, health. It's got these three golden strands like that, going down on his robe here. It's for creativity. It's for joyfulness. It's wanting to enlighten a spark in you, and letting you know through communication, the deception and the envy isn't going to go away. But now you can see clearly. You can see clearly now. You can see clearly now from that story, or from that circumstance, that situation that brought this deception and envy on you. You're going to be able to, through communication and talking with your friends, you're going to be able to understand why such said person or such situation was throwing this deception at you. But you are of the golden light. You've got the light coming down and flowing into your heart. So you're going to be able to understand this, to overcome it, in other words. Accelerated motion. Accelerated motion. You have this beautiful star here, spirit, the universe, spiritual light and contentment. This is light, the light and the contentment in this falling shooting star. It's lighting up this golden light that's coming through, down and through here into your heart, right? So this is also a number 8. Eights are all about power and agility, swiftness. The understanding. Once you can speak to your friends and have that understanding and that communication, you can even have understanding and communication with the person that was throwing deception or envy towards you. Things are going to start moving fast. You're going to be starting to understand, and you're going to be able to move forward. So that is also part of the hippo's energy. It says to shield you from life's adversities. The hippos coming through, like I said, they can be very mean. They can be very powerful animals. They don't like their space disrupted. Okay? So you take the energy from the hippo, you know. Your friends are close by to help you. And they can, you know, talk it over. They can help shield you from those troubles. But it's going to be moving pretty darn fast now. You're going to be starting to understand this fastly. Excuse me. Here we have fertility now is coming in. This is in the position here is something to be aware of, to be wary of, and it's fertility. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a sexual fertility. This could also be just be very careful of things that are starting to come up and being brought up to the top of the table or top to the level here. You know, the top of your level where you're just like, okay, I can't handle this anymore. Be very cautious, be very wary of things of such that is going to fuel the fire. Fuel this fire that was going in with this deception and envy. You have to be very cautious and also not to let that affect you. Not to let it affect you. You have to be very cautious of it. You know, don't listen or don't to bring new things that are coming up to the table, up to the top. You know, don't bring that deception in. Okay, you want to communicate from what started this. Start at the bottom. Work on the bottom, on the core thing. Start on the core thing. Don't let it accelerate really fast in motion and get you to the point where more things are blossoming and blooming and spreading out. You know, the whole thing's getting bigger than what it really started with. Go to the core issue and speak your mind on the core issue. And prosperity begins. Prosperity begins. This position of this card here is where friends and family, how they think and how they want to help. Prosperity begins. This is like the tree of life, okay? This is the fertility here. But this is the warning. This is the warning card on the fertility. But here now, within your friends, your community, you're becoming closer to this situation, to this problem, and your friends are starting to understand where you had been coming from. Where you had been coming from through this communication here, through this communication. Remember to speak your mind. Stay down on the core, on the main issue. Don't branch off. Don't branch off. As you can see, her hair looks like kind of looks like she's a tree, and her hair is like the branches. And there's leaves in her hair. Those are the branches. You don't want to go off and branch off. You want to stay to the core. Stay to the main root. See on this card here? There's the little nut. There's the little nut. There's the core right there in the roots. You want to stay to the root and the core of the situation. There's one hand on top of another, loving and support. It's now blossoming. It's now blossoming in the fruit, and transformation is happening. Transformation is going to be happening. Whatever this deception and envy was, is going to be ending. This is a number 1 for a new beginning as well, right here. Let's talk your troubles out. Talk your troubles out. And remember this as well. I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now learning all that I need to be. Freedom is my divine right. Freedom is your divine right to get to the truth, right? Get to the truth, get to the bottom of the core of this issue, and move on. And move on. Take the power and the energy of this hippo. Keep your friends close, but also speak your mind, in other words, the hippo is saying. And your intuition. Final card is your intuition. Put all this empowerment, all these ideas, and trust yourself. Trust within yourself. You are divine, right? You are divine. Divine picture. Intuition is from the divine. All right? So there's your reading. I thank you, and you have a wonderful day. Bye now.